All right, what up, mother truckers? BP Hero back at you here, checking in with the boys, Brian, Justin, William, and Brian, out here swinging the 2023 Easton Brett Helmer Hitman 44 senior model. A huge thanks to Eric's son for sending this out to us so we could get a review in on it. He's been a huge help on the channel in a million different ways, so I really want to say thanks to him for sending this out so we can check it out for you guys, as well as all the other stuff that he's done for the channel. Back at Atkins Park here in Columbia, Missouri, 300 feet all the way around with the monster in left field. Touch of a breeze swirling around here. Honestly, at our backs most of the time here. And the balls we're hitting for the video are nothing but hard stuff. There's no 52s in here at all. It's all Deadly Thunder ZN Pro M's, Evil Classic M's, and Evil BP Rockets. This thing did have about 50 swings on it going on to this day, and it is a 26 ounce. And Easton advertises this as loaded, and it is player optimized according to the barrel. And we're going to speculate that it's close to a full ounce based on what we know about Helmer and his like for inload and how this thing felt. And I'm going to be honest, yeah, it probably did swing like a 26, but the weighting on this thing was not good. It screwed with me so bad. This is one of the worst rounds of BP I've had with a bat in a long time because of how this thing was loaded. It's a 26 ounce, and it felt like 25.9 of it was in the very end of the bat. It was honestly kind of wild to me, and I really struggled with it. And you know how much I like inload. Just the weighting threw me off that bad. This is a two-piece bat, composite barrel, composite handle, and I had such a bad round with this thing that maybe I didn't get a true feel for the handle, but it did feel like it had maybe a touch more flex of what we'd be used to out of an Easton. Still pretty rigid overall, but was a touch of flex noted if you did work towards the hands, which I did do quite a bit. This is a 12-inch barrel. On the barrel, this was very lackluster in terms of just about everything. Every hit felt the same. It sounded not good. We were hitting 44s to start, and the camera didn't do this thing justice because when we were hitting it, it sounded like we were hitting 52s, hitting hard balls on an 80-degree day. And the sound finally came around at the very, very end of the video. And for the most part, the performance was subpar for a senior bat. There was a swing or two that you could tell, like, dang, this thing's okay. But for the most part, it felt like a very mediocre 240U triple SA bat. Could it break in and be better? Yeah, maybe. But with the struggle that this thing was, who in the hell wants to endure that? Taking a quick look at the compression tester here. This thing was at 240 after Eric's 50-ish swings. And then we put, honestly, close to, I'd say, 150 on this thing, and it was at 230. So it's going to take a while to break down. And I will say that, for anybody wondering, the only reason we do compression test these bats and use this chart is to kind of give us a gauge on where it's at, I'll say performance-wise compared to other seniors. For a senior bat, I'd like to see anything low 200s because senior doesn't have a pass-fail. So I like to see anything in the low 200s. That tells me it's going to be lively. And this thing being at 240 and only coming down to 230 and still not hitting very well was kind of a telltale sign that like this thing's just going to be a doozy. And I'm sure this is going to come to no surprise to you guys, but we didn't like this bat. So we've got Justin and William who do play senior ball, so I wanted to have them out. I'm going to try and get some more of them on the channel here just to kind of get in touch with some local senior guys to get some swings in with these senior bats. It's kind of funny because Justin and William are both extremely good hitters, whether they have a senior bat in their hands or an ASA bat or a wooden bat. Both of them are just going to absolutely wall up the ball, and I'm sure you can see that just with the proof of, you know, I'm saying this thing isn't good and they're still blowing balls over the fence. They're just good hitters. Justin is an absolute freaking nature athlete. Even at his age, he's probably one of the best athletes we'll ever have on the channel. And William is just country strong, man, and the dude just doesn't miss a ball. So do take some of that with a grain of salt. This is going to be kind of a benchmark, you might say, for these guys, because we will do some more senior reviews, and you'll see, like, with a good senior bat in their hands, they are just absolutely lethal. And I absolutely struggled with this thing, and it's been a long time since I've struggled with a bat this bad. And come to find out, at the very end of my last round, I kind of figured out the harder I was swinging it, the worse it was. Usually if something's not doing it for me, I can kind of get away with overswinging it a little bit, especially if something with a big inload. But the harder I swung it, the worse it got. I mean, you could see, like, I'm barely reaching the lip of the grass with some of the line drives I'm trying to hit, because I was just hitting everything off the hands. Yeah. I'm not kidding you when I say I backed my swing down to like 30% just to make this loading work for me. And then it was just like the flip of a switch. Like the barrel started grooving, the bat started hitting, everything was the way it should have been. from swing one. But for years, I've always kind of thought to myself that I overswing a little bit anyway. But this was proof that maybe I am. Maybe I just need to scale it back a little bit. I don't know. But the loading on this thing was just awful. I can't talk about it enough. Then combine that with the small sweet spot out of the 12-inch barrel, and the performance was not really senior-esque. I just don't know what there is to write home about with this thing other than it's going to be a very niche thing. This might be great for some people. It might be bad for some others. This would be a good like BP bat if this is something that you could get comfortable with. Be a good bat to pass around a league to maybe get broke in if any of your senior guys are playing league. And maybe it could break in and be really good, but I'm here to tell you I don't think this thing is very good at all. It's kind of wild to me that something like this made it out of the factory. Easton's senior program has gotten better over the last couple of years, so I was kind of looking forward to hitting this thing, and when we did, I was just kind of let down. And I know that's super critical, and I know somebody's going to see it, and they're going to disagree, and somebody in Easton's going to get upset with me. I got to call them for what they are, guys. This thing is not good. Even for a senior standard, more or less a 240 standard, just anything at all. With this painful review out of the way, we are going to move on, get some other stuff going here on the channel. Be having them guys come out and swing some more senior bats for us here soon. Also have another little clip kind of showing you what they're gaming and get a vibe of what they're about with some of their stuff. I got some footage for that too, so that'll be coming soon. I'm not going to tell you what they're swinging because I want you to see it, and I want you to see them in action with it. So thanks to the new guys on the channel here for coming in, jumping in and helping out. They were eager to come out and hit. They're looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to having more of them on the channel. Big thanks to Brian for coming out and throwing all them biscuits. Thanks to you guys for stopping in and checking out the video. Huge thanks to Eric for sending this out so we could check it out for you guys. That's it for now. Swing hard in case you hit it. BP Hero. Catch you next time.